Welcome back, boys. Recently, I've become sort of like a Stoic philosopher. I've been reading a lot of Stoicism. I've been reading Seneca's letters. I've been looking into this stuff. I felt like I needed a little bit of guidance in my life. Some of you might feel the same way, that it's hard believing in nothing. So it's nice to know you've got some guidance, some rules to follow. And I think the Stoic philosophy is really cool. It come out of an era that I'm quite interested in, an era that was very, very interesting, that seemed to be sort of like a golden age for men. So here's 5 Stoic thoughts that have brought me some peace over the last few weeks, Stoic thoughts that I've been pondering. So I'm going to run through them, explain how I apply them and what they kind of mean to me. And hopefully they can do the same for you. And if you're feeling troubled, if you're a troubled soul, hopefully they'll bring you some peace. So let's get into it. Number 1, we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than reality. From Seneca. Seneca, one of my absolute favourites. I'm reading his book, The Tale of Seneca. It's a load of letters, basically wisdom, his letters that he's written to other people. And this one is very, very simple and very, very good to get into your head and understand. And it's that we create the majority of our own suffering in our mind. And I always have to remind myself of this when I'm thinking negatively, when I'm thinking about the worst case scenario, what could happen. It's looking back on my life, it's never happened. 100 out of 100 times, the worst case scenario has not happened. And even if it does happen, think about any time in your life that you've gone through great pain, great hardship, the worst things have happened to you. It wasn't actually that painful at the time. You handled it, you got through it. It's the imagination, the thinking of these bad things is always worse than they actually end up being. So for me, it's just that common thought. I come back to this one time and time again of just things are getting a little crazy in my head right now. Let's see what we're actually dealing with today. What are actually the problems right now, this second, in this moment. And the majority of the time you'll turn around and say, well, right now I don't have any problems. And the thing is, you probably won't get to the ones you've imagined in your head. So it's helped me just calm down, take it easy, and just not worry so much. Give me some peace in my life. Number 2, if you want something good, get it from yourself, by Epictetus. And this one to me means that the more you rely on other people, the more you rely on finding that relationship, that friendship, that one person who's going to make it all right, that's going to really give you that life that you want. You really have to find the good things from yourself, and that's the only place you're going to find that true fulfillment at the end of the day. So just as a young man, I think it's important to get that in your head. When you're used to kind of getting your good from others, you've got to remember that all the good things, the real proudness you're going to have for yourself, that's all going to come from within. You're never going to find any of that beauty of life as a man from other people. It's going to come from you. So become the best you, fall in love with yourself, fall in love with becoming the best version of you, and don't look to other people for your happiness, for your fulfillment. Absolutely don't relationship chase for happiness. That's just doomed to fail, because no one's going to be able to fill that void. Only you can, and that's from journeying inward. That's from solitude. That's from discipline. That's becoming the man you need to become. If you try and find it elsewhere, for me, I've never been able to find it in other places. Number 3, don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happen as it actually will, and then your life will flow well. This is also by Epictetus, and I think it's a beautiful piece of writing, a beautiful piece of literature. The reason being, we often think in our heads how we want things to go, and that is not how life works. Try your best, do everything you can, but at the end of the day, accept life for what it is, for the challenges you've been given. If things do not go as well as you want them to go, appreciate that is for a reason. That is teaching you a lesson. It's a positive thing. You are to find the nugget, the wisdom. Maybe it just was not quite your time to win yet. So don't let yourself be disheartened by any hardships. Don't wish your life go a certain way. Don't wish you absolutely need something to happen the way it does, because often things don't happen that way. Life is random. And when we look back on our lives, or when I look back on anything bad that's happened to me in the past, the worst things that have happened to me in the past, were all blessings in disguise, as long as you take the action afterwards. So let go of that feeling of everything having to be perfect. Life will happen as it will. Become the best man you can be. Align yourself with Stoic philosophy. Align yourself with self-mastery. Number 4, the things you run from are inside you. Seneca. I'm not too sure why I like this one so much because I can't really figure it out yet. The things you run from are inside of you. I think my overall understanding of that is that there is really nothing to fear but yourself, and everything that's hard in life comes from within. We normally know what we need to do. It's beating yourself, being the man that you compete against is the important thing. You actually don't have enemies outside. None of us have enemies in the real world. Our only enemy is ourselves and what we think. That's how I currently see it. And I think that just forces me to spend time alone and face whatever it is maybe I'll try and get away from if I want to do something bad, if I'm trying to distract myself. What am I actually running from? What is that feeling that I need to become accustomed to? That's how I've been using that quote. Please put in the comments if you think it means something different, what you think from that. But that one, I think all the nastiness is inside. So we got to spend time alone as young men and really look at that for what it is. And number 5 is, this one was a revelation to me because I obviously was on YouTube, started doing YouTube, and quite a few people watching my videos like this and looking for guidance, and I was starting to feel a bit like a teacher, like I was telling people what to do, and I didn't really want to feel that way. And I read this: I cannot teach anyone anything, I can only make them think. And I thought, wow, that makes kind of the videos easier for me if I'm not actually trying to teach people stuff, but just giving my version of things, the way I view the world, in the hope that they think about it themselves and make their own decisions. So hopefully you'll see that in videos to come, that I'm not trying to teach you or lecture you, that I'm just trying to explain my own experience, and you can take it for what it is. And that brought me a lot of peace, because I was like, okay, yeah, even great Socrates didn't think of himself as like teaching people stuff. It's not my responsibility that you do these things. It's just I'm going to make you think, and hopefully that leads to positive change in your life at some point. So boys, drop it in the comments below. Let us know what you think of those. Add some of your own. If you've got some of your own favourite quotes, drop them in the link below. I'd love to read them, your Stoic quotes, your favourite ones. If you haven't joined the Gorilla Tribe yet, if you want to be in a self-development network, if you want access to the opportunities in there, if you want to level up your testosterone, get my training plans, I will be closing the Triple Your Testosterone and the Gorilla Tribe course. I will be closing it all. It will still run from the inside, but I won't be taking new applicants for a while as we build out the system inside and really add value. So if you've been thinking about it, we've got 50% off right now. Check out the link in the description. Go do that. Go send me a message when you're in the WhatsApp. But apart from that, boys, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you on the next one. Whoop-a, whoop-a!